Welcome to Rebuild a Toy.
It's time for another Fantasy Friday. And usually on the Fantasy Fridays, I choose one of the vehicles that we have in our collection. There's no rhyme or reason. I just choose something that I feel like talking about that week. This week, this is a very special Fantasy Friday. I've been trying to acquire this particular casting for some time. I had this as a child, and of course, having played with it as a child, I tore up my car and has long since made its way probably to a landfill. But I've been trying to acquire the Science Friction casting for some time. That's the one that you see there on the turntable, and that is the variation that I had as a child. So this casting was produced from 1978 all the way up through 1993. And as far as I know, that was the last time the casting was used in the Hot Wheels lineup. So this variation is the one that I had. It's white with the chrome windows, and it has the Space Cop tampo on the side, and it has the white chrome wheels, the black wall wheels. There's one variation of this white, and that is with the gold wheels instead of the chrome wheels. And I've seen those, and I think it'll be relatively easy to get. I really enjoyed this vehicle when I was a child. One of the reasons was because of this chrome window. There just really weren't that many vehicles when I was a kid that had these chrome windows. Of course, little did I know at the time that that was really a cost-saving feature for Mattel, because then they did not have to put an interior detail on the vehicle because you can't see on the inside. And this particular model that I acquired is not perfect. You can see that there are some scratches in the paint, but that's okay because many of the ones that I saw were in worse shape than this. So in addition to going through some variations that you see sitting there on the table, it also went through some name changes. Let's put this one to the side. I'll park it right over here. So this variation is also called Science Friction. So it has the same name on the base. Also has the chrome windows. You can see the lasers or whatever that is on the hood are extended out, just like it was on the original release. The tampo on the side is a multicolor stripe, and this one also has the gold wheels. There's one other variation, I believe, in the same color, and most of the features are the same except there's no tampo on the side. And that's the variation I'm not sure I'll ever be able to acquire. I have never seen one. And I don't know if it was only available in a limited market or what the details are on that. Oh, and by the way, this variation was released in 1982. The variation that you see on the turntable now, that was released in 1984. Of course, you recognize the Ultra Hot chrome wheels on that. They made a few changes. The basic casting remains the same, but in this particular case, the engine and the windows are black instead of chrome. But it's also lost a couple of parts. Let me get a pointer here. So you'll notice that there's no emergency or pulsating light on the hood of the car anymore. And you'll also notice that there's no more transmitter or whatever it was that was in between the intake manifold on the engine, as was the case with the Science Friction. So this variation was named Flame Runner. So I will pull that up to the camera for you. There we go. So Flame Runner is what's on the base. And of course this was part of the Ultra Hots series in 1984. Moving on to the next variation in time. There was another variation very similar to that one, but instead of gold, it was unpainted. So it was basically a Zamac car. Same tampos on the top. By the way, this car has no tampos on the side, only on the top. You'll see that the lasers or whatever those are on the hood are shorter, and that's also the case with the one that's on the turntable now. The one that's on the turntable is in very good condition. That one was released in 1986, also part of the Ultra Hots, and you'll see the chrome Ultra Hots wheels. Back to the chrome window and the chrome engine treatment. Again, no flashing emergency light on the hood on this particular one. I'll bring that up to the camera so that you can see the base on that. This one is called Flame Runner on the base. However, in the packaging, it was called Back Burner. So I'm not sure why they changed the name on the packaging and not on the base. But this specific car here on the turntable is in excellent condition. The paint's in very good shape. I imagine that was probably taken off the card shortly before it was sold to me because of the condition that paint is in. And then this is the last release that Hot Wheels made of this casting. This is part of the tattoo machines, so the packaging would have come with some temporary tattoos that the purchaser could use. Again, still with the chrome window and the chrome engine. No emergency light on the hood and the shorter lasers on the hood of the vehicle. This was called Lightning Storm, and so you see the tampos are a bit more elaborate. It has tampos both on the sides and on the top of the vehicle. But even though it was called Lightning Storm on the package, you'll notice on the base, if you can read it, it still says Flame Runner. The base is in very good condition on this one too, as is the paint. Probably because it's a much later model than the others. So those are the 5 variations that I have. I hope to pick up the other 3, or at least 2 of them. The one that's missing the tampos, I'm not sure I'll find that one, but that's okay. If I had the Zamac version and the white Time Cop with the gold wheels, that would be great. Anyway, that is the Science Friction, Flame Runner, Back Burner, Lightning Storm. Whatever it's called, it's cool. Thanks for watching.